Log Entry 1. Date, November 16, 1991. My name is Henry Wu, lead geneticist at InGen Labs. For those who find these tapes, let it be known that these incidents that brought you here were not meant for the public eye, so it is strongly suggested that you refrain from any and all indulgence of these subjects to anyone outside the room. Today has marked an important achievement for InGen. Today, we have successfully created something truly remarkable. Something that not even John Hammond himself had ever dreamed of. Today, we have constructed a truly intelligent creature. Velociraptor mongoliensis. With speed that matches that of a cheetah, it is without a doubt the most lethal carnivore on the planet. And as for its problem-solving skills, animals such as the chimpanzee and pig are put to ultimate shame. Credit goes to one Howard King for this breakthrough. At 6:45 a.m. today, John Hammond himself came down to see these creatures, and he definitely made the right call. Although Robert Muldoon has made the suggestion of immediate termination, Hammond insisted that they be put on display. Spare no expense, he said. And I told him the truth. I told him that as long as they were well fed and kept behind these walls, then they wouldn't even think of going beyond the paddock. Of course he agreed, and with that, the vote was passed. As soon as the park is opened, they will be the first main attraction our esteemed guests will see. Good. Very good. That means he never suspected it. For you see, the velociraptors were not the only assets that were up and about that day. There was yet one that was overlooked. Forgotten by Hammond. I call him Experiment 2232. Species, Tarbosaurus batar. It is one of the defining members of the family Tyrannosauridae, and the closest relative to the Tyrannosaurus rex. It is a marvel of a species, and one that is criminally shadowed by its cousin. Originally, we had engineered 10 of these specimens, but after a week, it was discovered that 2232 did not play nice with its siblings. 2232 is currently nearly a month along in the aging process, and already it is the size of a minivan, similar to that of our current Tyrannosaurus that some call Roberta. John Hammond, however, was not pleased by these results. No meeting was necessary to discuss what must be done with the creature. He ordered my staff to terminate it, deeming it far too dangerous to be shown to the guests. And so, in 3 days' time, he received the documents confirming the deed was done. I must give John his due credit. The man is a true genius. If not for him, this entire operation would not be possible. His dream is the reason these creatures are here among us again. However, his main flaw is that he doesn't value the minor details, including that of my personal study. The biome that I have created for 2232 is reminiscent of that of the forest above. It is a place that will remain as I continue to study it, to learn of its true nature. There is over a year to go, after all. Minds can change over time. Until then, I will monitor 2232's behavior and learn all that I can. End of log. Log entry 2. Date March 29th, 1992. The last few months have been spent viewing 2232 from afar. Thus far, I have learnt that its diet is mainly the same as Roberta's, albeit more voracious and requiring of more goats. Something that is worth noting is how it sleeps. The way it lays there, with one eye open. You can draw parallels to that of the sleep patterns of a modern-day chicken. However, at closer observation, I have found that it requires more exercise than minor goats and steer. I will do whatever it takes to ensure that this animal is ready for opening day. When those pathetic humans see him, they will never trust the word of John Hammond again. End of log. Log entry 3. Date August 5th, 1992. Muldoon has gotten suspicious. He's been watching. With a dwindling number of goats, he and Howard have been talking. They could find out. As if Muldoon was not enough of an annoyance, he now has to follow my trail and accuse me of malpractice. And now, he's assigned Joffrey Brown to investigate my office. I have no intention of leaving this unanswered. And so, it is by proxy that something must be done. And something will be done. Upon further study, at one instance, 2232 had let out a deafening roar. Immediately after the session was over, I had heard that one of the velociraptors had attempted to escape their paddock. A few days later, a similar incident occurred. A worker was horribly mauled not 12 minutes after 2232 had roared in a similar fashion. It appears to be a sort of communications, as if it somehow knew how to get the attention of the velociraptors. It's egging them on. I am sure there's a way to make use of them. I cannot let anyone find this place. Too much is at stake here. My research, my creations, everything. This park will be the pinnacle of scientific discovery. People will not identify us on the same spectrum as them. No, they will see us as gods. If all of this goes according to plan, of course. As long as there are no further bumps in the road. So, I end this log here. Log entry 4, February 19th, 1993. It worked. It took him out. And all because of 2232. Finally, Muldoon has backed off. He should have stayed in that hovel in Africa where he belonged. If he doesn't watch himself, he'll be next. But I might just hold back on him. I am afraid that there are more things I need to tend to. More important things. Like you, Mr. Hammond. Oh, John, your arrogance has always been what set you and Lockwood apart. Not even a washed-up failure like Steingarten showed the amount of thick-headedness that is within the compound of your mind. You claim to push the boundaries of science, but people like you simply do not have the willpower to go above and beyond the imagination of the average man. For nearly 2 years, I have been in this laboratory, monitoring my greatest creation. I have been keeping everything on this island up and running. I am the heart of InGen. I am the very thing that keeps you in that ridiculous white suit, John. I am the very reason that these people are coming to your island. You have promised them money, but where do you think that money comes from? If I turn off one switch down here, one switch, everything up there goes downhill. Everything plummets faster than you can even blink. You say that the only danger to your company is lawyers? You're wrong, John. You are wrong. The biggest danger to you is me. And what would happen if I unlock the door for you? Dennis? Yes, Mr. Nedry. I know why it is you're really here. I have known you would come for quite some time. You've been sent by Steingarten's little intern, Mr. Dodgson. How much did he offer you? $1 million? However much he offered, it had to have been worth your time. Otherwise you wouldn't have gotten this far. You would not have found my tapes otherwise, and if you have gotten this far, you must really have time on your hands. And you simply must agree with what I've had to say in these tapes. Now, the question you may be asking yourself is, why exactly am I reaching out to you? The answer is simple. It is because the window of opportunity is waiting to be opened. You want those embryos that Dodgson has sent you here for, and I wish to bring down the empire Hammond has built. I will be opening the door for you, but do not indulge this information to anyone. If you do, then I will find you. Or, better yet, my child will. So watch where you put your fingers, and always look over your shoulder. And yes,